everyone, it's Kara. I hope you are all doing well and enjoying this winter season. I don't know where you guys are at, but we are getting our first snowfall of the season, so very exciting. So I thought it would be fitting to make a video about the immune system because we were entering cold and flu season, and I wanted to explain a little bit about how our immune system works and what you can do to make you and your family's immune system stronger for the season. So I have my kids' lovely toys for illustrations here. I hope you guys can see it. So when I'm talking about the immune system, I want you to think of your body as a country. And when we think of our country and we think of foreign invaders, where do we want to attack our foreign invaders? Do we want to attack it at our border of our country, or do we want to attack it face those foreign invaders in our city? Our border, right? We don't want those foreign invaders coming into our country. We want to keep them out. So the best line of defense is to protect our country from the border. The same thing is true for our body. Our first line of defense for our body is our skin and our digestive system. And did you know that your gut makes up 70 to 80% of your immune system? Yes, now you know another reason why I love gut health. But our gut really plays a critical role for our immune system. And it is the first line of defense. That's where our border is to protect our country, our bodies. So I have this little illustration to present it. So this is our gut lining, or the border of our country, right? And all these men here are our military, our armed forces that are protecting our border. In our bodies, these little guys are our microbiome. They're the microbes in our gut, the good bacteria that protect our gut from foreign invaders. So when we get a nice bug that comes into our system, instead of it getting into our bloodstream, it has to get through these guys. And these guys, when they're very strong, those microbes, they attack and keep our body healthy. So a lot of bacteria and viruses that we get, they can't even get into our system. They're flushed out in the digestive system. So when our gut is very healthy, those microbes are doing their job. They're very strong. They're very. We have a large, army that's ready to defend us, right? So, and I've definitely seen this happen this year. I've been working hard on improving my immune system and my kids, and it has made a big difference. This year, so far, this season, we have gotten minor colds, and they lasted a day, sometimes less than a day. And that is our first line of defense working. You get that minor cold, or you just feel like, I feel like I'm getting sick, and then it goes away. Like last night, I started getting a cold, and I was blowing my nose. I was like, I think I'm getting sick. Today, I feel fine. That is our first line of defense working. That means our immune system is working well because the good bacteria in our gut are doing their job. And I'll talk a little bit about what we need to do about that. But if our gut is not healthy, which means that we don't have a lot of the good guys protecting our gut, we have limited, armed forces protecting our borders. Oftentimes, even we have an unhealthy gut lining where we have holes in our system. So now there's not even less guards for our border. We have broken down walls that make it really easy for bugs, our foreign invaders, to come into our system, and they go into our bloodstream. And this is, those, holes here. It's called leaky gut syndrome. So that's another video for another day. Let me just look at my notes. So what affects our good bacteria? Unhealthy diet, antibiotics. Antibiotics wipe out all the good bacteria, okay? And if you are not taking things that are replenishing the good bacteria, replenishing your army, then there's nothing to defend your border. And that's why a lot of people get sick so easily and get frequent colds and stuff, because they have nothing to defend their gut lining, nothing to defend them from at your first line of defense, which is your gut. So let's talk about our second line of defense. So this is our first line of defense, our gut. So we're going to move that out of the way for a second. All right. Our second line of defense is our blood. And this is where a lot of us think of our immune system. We think of our immune system as our white blood cells, our fighter T cells, if you know more about science. But I'm just going to say white blood cells for now. And I want you to think of that as our police force. Okay. They're the ones protecting our neighborhoods, things like that. All right. However, we don't want foreign invaders to have to come all the way into the country and wreak havoc in our city. We want to keep them out. Oftentimes, we're not even aware of what's going on at our borders. It doesn't affect our lives. But when foreign invaders come and invade our town and our home, it affects us. And that's where we start to really feel sick. That's when our bodies are having to react even stronger. We get fevers, chills, aches, pains, things like that, because our body has to react to respond to this foreign invader. So our police force is our white cells that have to then go and attack the foreign invaders that are attacking our fair citizens, our cells. What affects our immune system at this level? Sugar and not eating a healthy diet. So vitamin D for our system is critical to help activate our system. So it's like the alert. It's like the townspeople that call the police and say, "There's a foreign invader. You need to come get them." Police are like, "Okay, we're on it." If you are low in vitamin D, your body is not being active. Your body is not telling your immune system to activate. It's not telling the blood cells that your white blood cells that it needs to get going and find the foreign invaders. Another thing that plays a critical role in our immune system at the blood level is vitamin C. And vitamin C is a critical nutrient, but I want you to think of vitamin C as what kind of gives our police force their energy, okay? It's very simple, but what affects our immune system at this level, at the blood? I'll give you one guess. Sugar. Yep, sugar affects our immune system. Did you know that if your blood sugar level rises to 120, which is fairly normal, that's a normal blood sugar range, if it raises to that level, it lowers your immune system by 75%. Yes, 75%. And it takes a while for that blood sugar to calm down so it's no longer affecting your immune system. It can take 4 to 6 hours for it to calm down. So, another thing that sugar does is it basically takes the place of vitamin C to help your immune system respond. So if you think of your police force, you think of, you want your police force to be healthy, strong, fit, ready to attack, right? But then we also think about the stereotypical police with the donut, right? They're sluggish, they're not really good at responding very fast, they're not really good at running, right? When you take in sugar, you're replacing, thanks for the laughs, you're replacing the vitamin C energy drink that your police officer has with a donut. Not really good to help you fight off the foreign invader that's attacking your citizens. Nope. So, I want you to really think about that. Sugar also plays a role in inflammation. It just has so many different negative effects on our body, but it really affects our immune system. So a lot of people, if you think you're getting sick, or even in this holiday season, what do? We all eat sugar, and that's where a lot of people's immune system have been lowered, is because they're eating so much more sugar than they would do on a normal basis. We're not getting the vitamin D that we do from the sun. We're not eating healthy. We're not taking in a good probiotic, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So our immune systems are affected. So what can we do to strengthen our immune system? I'm glad you asked. One of the main things that we want to do is we want to strengthen our border. We want to employ lots of armed forces to protect our border. And that's through daily probiotics. Whether you get it through fermented foods, kefir, or a very good, strong, hearty probiotic, you want to take that in every day. Our bodies are constantly being attacked by foreign invaders. These guys are constantly being affected. We want to always replenish them with new armed forces every day. And that's why a daily probiotic is critical for your immune system. And that's why I love Probio 5. That's what I take, because they have 5 strands of very good hardy bacteria that really stick around, and they're not weak, and they can get all the way to your gut to actually work. There's also digestive enzymes and antifungals to really strengthen your gut and help address that wall that's been crumbling. Another thing that you want to do is obviously limit sugar. Limit your sugar. And oftentimes people think of just sugar as not, just cookies, but even fruit juices, even raw honey, those are all sugars that we're taking in. Now, a lot of people think, well, I'm getting my vitamin C, I'm going to drink, orange juice. If your fruit is not supplemented with the fiber in it, it's spiking your blood sugar, which, what is it going to do? It's going to lower your immune system. So you want to make sure that you're taking in your vitamin C and all your nutrients through whole foods, whole vegetables. Instead of orange juice, eat an orange. Instead of apple juice, eat an apple. It has the fiber that you need in it. Another key thing is drinking water. Most of our body is made up of water, and that's a big component of how we flush a lot of the toxins and bad things that we're taking into our body. Flushing with water. I recommend drinking at least half your body weight in water in ounces. Another thing that I recommend is prebiotics. What are prebiotics? They're the superfood that your good bacteria feed on, so they become healthy and strong. And that is why I'm so passionate about Plexus products, because in 3 products they address so much. The Slim, it not only has given me back my energy, but it's taken away my sugar cravings. I no longer crave that sugar, so I'm making healthier choices. It also has a prebiotic that's like Miracle-Gro for your gut, so it really helps strengthen your armed forces and give them the food that they need to stay healthy and strong to defend your body. It also helps balance your blood sugar, so you're not getting the blood sugar spikes that are affecting your immune system. It helps in so many ways. So that's Slim, Probio 5, which really replenishes the good gut bacteria. And then BioCleanse. It has vitamin C in it. It has magnesium that really help in so many different critical functions that your body needs to thrive. So that is why I'm so passionate about gut health. There's many other reasons why gut health is so important, but if you're looking to strengthen your immune system this winter, then talk to me and look into getting a good probiotic, eating fermented foods, drinking your water, eating healthier, and cutting those sugars. I hope you all found this helpful, and I hope the next time you go grab a sugary snack that you'll think of your defense system with your first line defense as your gut and your second defense system as your blood sugar, or your blood, and don't allow your second defense system to become your first defense system, because that's where you're going to feel yucky and gross. You want to attack it at the first line of defense so you don't feel sick. So thank you all for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.